Welcome to our tour of the NCL Aqua. We're going to start today up on deck 18 at the aft of the ship. It's kind of like the fun zone. They've grouped a lot of things in here, a lot of activities. See, there's a reservation desk here as we walk in. As we go to the left here, we're going to start with miniature golf. Miniature golf course is quite elaborate. You'll see as we look at these, they've got fantastic theming. If you notice, there's a digital board on each screen. They've got graphics. Additionally, the courts are set up with technology where they track the score for you. So there's no more disagreements about how many shots somebody took. The game tracks it itself. It also has some neat bonuses and other things. It's far from the typical miniature golf that you play. You will see there is a small fee to play this. They charge $5 per person per round. I believe this is for two reasons. Number one, the course itself is way more advanced than what's available on other cruise ships because of the technology that they have in this and the size of it. The other reason is, and if you've been on other cruises, especially cruises with a lot of children where they have the miniature golf for free, you notice that especially on sea days, they tend to get overrun with people that really don't want to play. They're just messing around, and it takes away the fun for everybody. By putting a small fee on it, you only get people there that want to play. We're going to turn now and we're going to head up from deck 19 to deck 20. Again at the aft of the ship here. At the very back here of deck 20, they've got a viewing area. We can see as we look down there, a little view of the Vibe Beach Club, which is a for-pay area if you don't want to be in the general population and you're not in a Haven suite. It gives you your own dedicated area. Now we'll arrive here at the Glow Court. The Glow Court, you also have to reserve a spot. It is complimentary. There's no fee for it. And they've got a whole selection of games here, as you can see. They've got a description for all. So you sign up for your time, you come back during that time. For your allotted time, you can play whichever game you want. But we're going to turn and we'll go back down here to deck 19. And as we do here, we'll pan around. You can see a section of the Aqua Coaster, which is another first of its kind at sea. It combines the attributes of both a roller coaster and a water ride into one single ride, which is complimentary. We'll pass the pickleball court here on our left. As we continue on, you see there's some storage areas if you need to set stuff aside up here. Now we're entering the area where the line begins, where you can queue up to get onto the Aqua Coaster. We'll take a look down. You can see the vehicles that they send you off in. Might look like a raft. We'll head our way back towards the stairs here. Here's a better look at the pickleball court. Alright, and we're turning and we're going to head back down to deck 18. And this will bring us down to the area they call the stadium, which is another complimentary activity. It's got great theming. You'll see there's multiple ping pong tables here. They got different types of shuffleboard. Yeah, 3 of these table shuffleboards out. Down at the end there, they've got a little soccer table. They've got cornhole. We found this area to typically have some space. It never got really too busy, where if you wanted to have an activity, oh yes, world's longest foosball table. We spent quite a bit of time up here. It was a lot of fun. We'll continue our way around here on the very back of deck 18, and we're going to come to the Bullseye Bar. It's good, fairly limited hours, but while they are open here, they have an electronic dartboard. You reserve your time at the bar, so you get your own space of time. You don't have to fight over whose turn it is. It also will automatically score. We'll wrap things up here on deck 18 aft with a look at the drop, which is a 10-story dry slide that takes you here from deck 18 all the way down to deck 8. Now we're going to head from the aft of the ship on deck 18 to the bow of the ship on deck 18. You'll see as we get to the top of these stairs here, they have a whole bunch of loungers set out. Also a selection of umbrellas. And then we're going to come up to the kids' aqua zone here, which is a play area for all the younger children. It's basically a splash area like what you've seen on other ships. With additional seating on the other side. And as we start walking up here on deck 18 towards the back, we're going to be able to look back down onto deck 17 and the main pool deck. There's a lot of these type of areas on the ship where you can find your own space, kind of just look out and see the things that are going on. We're going to head now up to deck 19 at the bow of the ship, and this is the sun deck. They've got both covered, semi-covered areas as well as areas in the open, all with nice loungers and pillows. It's not a huge space, but it was never busy while we were on here, so if you're looking for a quiet spot to get some sun on your own, up here on the sun deck on deck 19 is a great way to go. Another look down on the main pool deck here. And dropping down to deck 17 at the bow of the ship, we'll come into the observation lounge, which was one of our favorite places on the entire ship. It has a 270-degree view, which wraps around. You can see that they have lots of different types of seating here in different size groups. They've got tables that they have set up. Some of them are semi-enclosed to give you more a sense of your own space. They also have a dedicated bar up here. So if you want to grab a drink and sit and look out at the ocean, this is a great spot to do it. It's a little bit quieter, obviously, than what you would find out on the Lido deck itself. Restrooms easily accessible right here in the observation lounge, don't even need to leave. As we come around here, They've got an area where at different times of the day, generally in between when the dining rooms are open, so late morning and then again uh, early afternoon, they'll put out different small food items up there, sandwiches and cookies and pastries. That is included free of charge. And we'll turn and exit the observation lounge and go from this quiet space to a little more lively space, actually located right in the middle of it. And that's the game zone. Game zone is the video arcade that's on board. The theming is fantastic. You'll see there's a nice selection of newer games that go around the perimeter, as well as 3D simulators. They've got table games, air hockey, these are all for a fee. You pay to play. It gets charged to your account. Use your ship card. Here in the middle, however, the small circle of games is complimentary and seems to be themed towards parents. We got 2 small miniature bowling alleys here, bocce ball. Skee ball. You can see it's a really large space. Alright, and exiting outside on deck 17, we're going to come to the main pool. Far end of the pool there is the Waves Bar. Stage at the front where they do shows throughout the day. You'll see that they do have a couple showers as well. Now we'll turn and head into the after the ship where we find the Surfside Grill, which is the buffet on board. As the ship has a lot of other dining options available, including the food hall and the local, which are included. The buffet is definitely a lot smaller, probably about half what you would see in a traditional cruise ship. However, over the course of our 7-day sailing, we never really found the need to come in here, as we always went somewhere else. It's pretty much just one single straight shot all the way down. You do have a really nice view outside of the ocean in here, which is nice. We're just going to continue our way all the way here to the very back of the ship, the aft. Kind of hidden away is another eating venue, the Surfside Grill. In the morning here, they put out a small breakfast buffet, but later in the day for lunch, this becomes typical cookout food. It's burgers and hamburgers and all that traditional type of food. At the very back of the ship here on deck 17 is the Vibe Beach Club, which is the premium adults area. Reservations here cost about $230 for a 7-night cruise. Just outside the Vibe Beach Club, we're going to come into Sukhothai. Sukhothai is the new Thai-themed specialty restaurant for Norwegian. This is actually the first ship that it's on. Got very lovely decor in here, lots of space, great views out over the ocean. Unfortunately, we didn't have a chance to try this out while we were on board. However, it's definitely on our list when we come back. Exiting Sukhothai, we're going to come to another specialty restaurant in Palomar. Palomar is the Mediterranean themed specialty restaurant on board. The menu leans a little seafood, but they do have a range of different options if seafood isn't your thing. Large selection of wines here. Very elegant, all the decor. Again, like Sukhothai, lots of space. You get your own table. You don't feel like you're sitting on top of anybody else. We were fortunate enough to eat here. It was a great experience, from the menu to the food, which was probably the best tasting food that we had on the entire. Dropping down a level to the bow on 16, we're going to find the Pulse Fitness Club. This is a huge venue, wraps around the entire bow of the ship with a great view looking out. You can see that they have lots of treadmills, lots of bicycles. As we head around over here, we're going to find a collection of machines. The weight training, they've got a good selection of different machines, all very up to date. And then they also have an area dedicated to free weights, and they have a good selection of free weights as well. It's one of the bigger and better equipped fitness centers that we've seen on a ship. And here's a quick look at Mandara Spa, which is right next to the fitness center. They have a variety of different treatment rooms, as well as thermal suites. They even have a salon on ship. Fortunately, it was rather crowded that day, so we're going to exit there and drop down to Ocean Boulevard on deck 8, which is a lovely space that wraps the entire ship. Lots of different types of seating you can see here at the aft section of the boat. They've got beds, they've got different types of loungers, they've got couches, they've got covered spaces, open spaces, they've got tables. Coming along a little bit further, directly at the aft of the ship, the very back here is the Soleil Bar. This has a great wake view. If you want to get a drink out here, you can sit at one of the tables or chairs and look out at the ocean. But we're going to turn and go in through the aft entrance to the food hall. At the very back of the food hall, we'll find Luna Bar, so it's quite convenient to get a drink. They also have drink service, so we'll be coming around. At each of the doors, we'll find a hand washing station, and then all throughout, there's plentiful seating. The interesting thing about the food hall is the way you order is there's a tablet on each table. There is a variety of different restaurants like Planterie that you see here, which is the vegetarian area, tapas area, and you order from the tablet. Seaside Rotisserie, which is barbecue fare. As soon as you order, they start to prepare it and servers bring it out. So it's not self-serve, they actually have table service, but you order on the tablet and then servers will bring that out. And then finally, we got Tamara here, which is the Indian cuisine, which we went to almost every day. It was fantastic, especially the naan, which they made right in front of you. Right, and we'll exit the food hall, and that'll take us out towards the bar section, the pub section of the local. This is one of the biggest locals we've ever been in, if not the biggest. And they split it into half. Half that we're in right now is the bar half. Lots of tables and seating, huge long bar, number of TVs. Also has a nice exit right out onto Ocean Boulevard, And right here, just off the local on this side, you can see a couple showers, plenty of seating again, different types. And then an infinity pool looking out over the side of the ship. They also have a duplicate infinity edge pool on the other side as well. We're going to head back into the local, where again they have it split into half. And in the bar half, you can still order food, and they do have table service, but you know, it's for people that will be drinking and eating, not really designed towards people that are going to be eating only. Although later in the night, when they close the restaurant side down, this becomes the 24-hour option that they have. Right from the bar side, we can exit over onto the restaurant side. Restaurant side has a feel kind of like a diner. The decor is even diner. They've got indoor and outdoor seating. To get seated, you go to the front of the restaurant, and they actually have table service. They'll sit you down. The local has 3 different menus corresponding a time of day. They have a breakfast menu, a lunch dinner menu, and then they've got their late night menu, which is a little bit scaled back. But we'll exit, and we're going to head back towards the bow of the ship, towards the front. Still here on deck 8, heading towards the photo gallery. While we're here, we'll take advantage of another one of these exits onto Ocean Boulevard. As you can see here, again, they got a lot of different loungers out. Got some tables. Generally very quiet out here if you're looking for some space for yourself. It's also a very convenient place if you want to go out and take some laps in the morning or in the evening without all the busyness that you would find up on the top decks of the ship. Continuing a little bit further forward as we head towards the bow of the ship, we're going to come up onto another very unique feature of the ship. Feature that they call Ocean Walk, which is a glass bridge that walks around, and you can actually look down and you can see the ocean and the waves below. Not a great fan of heights, but I made it across. It was safe. As we walk past the Penrose Atrium, take a look at some of the other seating that they got down here, which is a little bit different than what we've already looked at. Each area of Ocean Boulevard has its own type of personality. But we're going to turn and we're going to head back into the Penrose Atrium. Really a lovely space, very modern in design, very bright and light. Looking down from deck 8 onto deck 7, you can see we've got a lot of shopping in here. We got Effie, of course. On the far side over there, we have the Belvedere Bar. Nice, and it's centrally located, so when they have things going on down on the 7th deck, sound actually flows up in here too. So while you're getting a nightcap or just hanging out and having some drinks, you can catch some music at the same time. There's a whole lot of quiet seating areas like this scattered throughout. But as we head towards the aft, after passing through the shops, it's going to bring us back to the photo gallery, which we had previously bypassed, as it's right at the exit of the local. From here, we're going to switch sides and we're going to head into Onda by Scarpetta. This is the Italian specialty restaurant on board. Right next to Onda by Scarpetta, we've got Los Lobos, which is the Mexican-themed sit-down restaurant on board. The theming is great, very festive. It has an authentic themed menu and the food was delicious. They also have outdoor seating there. Exiting from there and headed all the way to the bow of the ship, the very front, we're going to find an entrance into the Aqua Theater, which spans 2 levels. You can see the theater itself is really lovely. It's modern. It's got good viewpoints from everywhere. The technology that they have built in is fantastic. The entertainment that they had was exceptionally good. Some of the best entertainment we've seen on a Norwegian ship. Dropping down to deck 7 from the midship elevators and heading towards the aft of the ship. We're going to come to the Humidor Lounge, which is an enclosed cigar lounge. They've got advanced air filtration in there. They've got TVs, nice seating. If you like to enjoy a cigar, it's a refined, relaxing space to enjoy your smoke. Heading out of the Humidor, we're going to come up to Cagney's Steakhouse, which is, of course, a steakhouse specialty restaurant on board. The decor in here reflects modern steakhouse. Classic design, but updated. It's very bright, very open. Exiting Cagney's, directly across is the Metropolitan Bar, which has a real cosmopolitan feel to it in the decor, from the brass to the lighted ceilings. A lot of nice places to seat. They do have table service. At different times during the day, they have live music as well, so it can be a good place to hang out, listen to some live music, and get a drink. Continuing on towards the aft of the ship, we're going to come to a couple more specialty restaurants. First, on the left here, we're going to come to Namasushi, which is the sushi specialty restaurant on board. Again, theming is very on point here. They also have some ocean views. And an open sushi bar where you can sit and watch the chefs as they prepare your meal. Directly across from Namasushi, we're going to come up to La Bistro, which is the French specialty restaurant on board. It has a very elegant feel to it. The wine right at the front entrance. It's a large chandelier that they've placed in the middle of the room. It has a very contemporary feel. And once again, like with the other dining spaces, there are ocean views available. And we're going to head to the very back of the ship into Hudson's, which is one of the 2 main dining rooms. This ship has beautiful wake views. Very bright. Has a lot of nice warm tones to it. We found the food in the main dining room here at Hudson's to be very good. Now coming back to the midship elevators on deck 7 and heading forwards. We're going to have some more shopping here on the right. And then as we come around the bend here, we're going to come up to Sid Norman's Poorhouse. They have a featured band in here, a Fleetwood Mac cover band. They do a phenomenal show. Make sure to get here early. It's not a big venue, but it gives you a feel that couldn't be matched in a bigger space. Highly recommended. The entertainment here was fantastic. Exiting from Sid Norman's and continuing forward again, we will come up onto an area called the Gateway, which is pretty much just a connecting hallway from the aft of the ship to the bow of the ship. They've got some different shopping options in here. And then as we head forward and out of the gateway, it's going to empty us out into the Penrose Atrium again, this time on the main level of the atrium. The atrium is very large. You'll see there's a lot of different types of seating in here as well. Types of couches, different types of chairs. This one also looks down one more level. We've got a 3-deck atrium. We've got guest services. Next cruise. And then, of course, very importantly, they have a Starbucks. The Starbucks has a nice sitting area too, with big windows where you can get your coffee or your coffee and your croissant and look out onto the ocean, which is beautiful. We're going to continue forward here past Starbucks. Further ahead here on deck 7, and they've got the Connect area, which if you've got issues with your Wi-Fi, they can help you with that. And then all the way here at the bow of the ship, the very front, there are another couple entrances to the Aqua Theater. We're going to drop down onto deck 6, towards the bow of the ship, towards the aft now. We'll come up to the Penrose Bar, which is a nice space bar just off the casino. They've seating got facing the ocean seating, as well as seating that will open up onto the casino. Also, with this area open up, 3 decks high, very lovely space. And when they do performances of live music up on the main level of the atrium, it will carry throughout. All right, and we're gonna head now from the lowest level of the Penrose Atrium, just off of Penrose Bar, into the casino. Casino on the ship is very big space. It would split up into 3 different areas. The main casino area is all non-smoking. At the cashier area. But they do have a smoking section as well. They've got a great selection. You'll see lots of the latest games in here, as well as a selection of the older, more classic games, as well as all the table games, from poker to blackjack. Just off the casino, they've got the Improv, which is the dedicated comedy club on board. It's a reasonably spaced venue. It's multi-purpose, so depending on what they're hosting there, They can move the seating around. Exiting off of the Improv, continuing on back. As we pass by the aft elevators, at the back of the ship here, we're going to come into the whiskey bar, which is a nice space. And it has kind of a cosmopolitan feel to it. Tables are spread out, so you've got your own area. You've got a great selection of whiskeys. Right off of the whiskey bar is Hasuki, which is the teppanyaki restaurant on board. Looks really beautiful with the lights and the tables and the way that they have the colors and the whole layout. Off of that, we've got the Commodore room, which is the other main dining room, a little bit smaller than Hudson's. And then as we head to the very back of the ship, we're going to find the Swirl Bar, which is a great place if you want to come and get a glass of wine and just have some quiet time. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe.